What's up, YouTube? This is Surgicalfiend17 here, bringing you a start of a new series, a Let's Play series. Is going to be on Minecraft. And I have a lot of projects and stuff that I'm going to work on Minecraft and stuff. And in my current world that I'm using, it's a single player world. I'm not playing on a server. There's a lot of ideas and stuff that I have, stuff that I'm currently working on now, and new ideas and stuff I'm going to implement. I am playing in creative mode because I'm too lazy to go and fetch all the stuff and create it. So the whole idea is to create all these fancy stuff. I will be doing a series at some point where I manually go and fetch all the items and then create these awesome goodies. But for now, this is what I'm currently working on. The first video is going to be an intro. Basically, I'm just going to show you around on what I've currently already set up, and then from there the videos will continue on working on the separate project, continuing the separate stuff and that. A lot of the stuff is still incomplete. So for example, as you can see, I don't even have a house there in the background. It's just some stuff put together. Yeah, that thing's dying. So I'm just going to show you around on what I currently have, and then we can work from there. So less me talking, let's more playing. So let's continue with this, shall we? So the first part is basically this is basically the house. Nothing much, very small, just a lot of stuff that I put together. Basically, I just found it and I'm just like, yeah. Okay, let's create it from there. I did some testing here and stuff, worked on some stuff, and I closed it and I just left it as it is because I was too lazy to clear it up. I am sometimes a lazy person, especially for these small stuff. Okay, so the inside of the house, I have two beds because I did have a friend over at some point and we landed a bit and enjoyed it raining. So that is why there's two beds. On this side, normal layout, you can see this is where all the tools are going to be in. But here is the most important part. As you can see, there's hoppers at the bottom. Now the reason why I have hoppers is because I have an automatic item filter system. I'll be showing you in a minute, and yes, I'm using an item filter system because I want to drop my items in and then it gets filtered. So that's why I'm doing the base layout and building all of this in creative, because I don't want to go and search for the materials. And then when I've done the basic stuff, I'm going to do it manually in survival without using creative. Continue with it. So this idea is you put this stuff into the furnace, you smelt it, and as soon as it's done, it directly goes to the item sorting. Also, you put all the items in here and then it goes directly to the item sorting system. Okay, so now let me go and show you all that goodies. I did some tidying up here, make it look neater. It's not that much, just a little bit. So here is the extra item room. I'll be showing that in a short minute, and there is the way to the mine shaft. It's also still something, everything as I said is incomplete, so there is still sections that needs work on. I'll be showing you that in a short minute. So this is where all my items are. Okay, not all my items. I left stuff out like wheat and seeds, especially seeds, because I'm going to do that in a separate part where I have my farms and stuff, and all that stuff is going to go there automatically and be sorted and be placed there. But for now, all the main stuff that I'm going to use is already here. So as you can see, I have the sticks, the ladder, and I just put this here because sometimes you have extras and you put it in. Saplings, basic saplings. Also on this side you can see wood planks, and then also wood that you already chopped, that's not yet in planks. So everything is sorted, everything is placed into its container. Oops, just that. Everything is sorted. You can see there are some items in because I was testing the folder to see if everything is working smoothly. So there's mainly the wood on this section, and extra stuff is on that side. This is mainly the area where I put all my ore, and cobblestone and dirt and that sort of things. Ore, and then process like the ingots. and coal and that's something. They have stairs here because I use a lot of stairs, especially cobblestone stairs, so I have that there. But yeah, so this is mainly what it looks like on this side. It's my redstone stuff on the one side, a little bit tracks on this side, and then some food. So what happens is the rest of the items that gets thrown into the chest that doesn't match all of this gets put into this section as the extra items. So all of the items that doesn't match that section gets put into these chests. As you can see, there are already some items in there, a block of diamond and some other items. There's nothing yet so far, but this is going to fill up with all the extra stuff that I don't need. And then from there I'll manually filter what I want and what I don't want. Because for these, for example, I really don't use much string, or if I'm going to use it, I'm going to use it, and the rest I'm just not going to use it. Diorite I'm definitely not going to use. So for me that is useless. Some people find it useful, especially for creating stuff, but for me it's not that important. So I forgot to say that actually. Normally it would be closed, hey, you just activate it. I don't know to hide it because the point is not of hiding, it's just because this is the maintenance area where you go to that folder. So I'll be showing you that now. So this is the folder switch. This is a completely different switch. This is not the folder itself, you don't have to manually do this. I'll be explaining to you what this folder switch is shortly. But yeah, this is not, this filter is automatic. This is something else, and I'll be showing that soon. So let's get to the top side. This is my filter area. As you can see, it's not neat. I haven't made it neat and tidy yet because I've just like created it and see if it's working. So I will be doing some cleanup here because I am a person I don't like leaving stuff as it is now. So this is, I feel irritated in my skin now. But this is basically the sorting system. As using, if you already know what the item sort system, how it works, great. If you don't know, I'm going to explain it to you a little bit. Let me just fly up here. So what happens is, this is the hoppers. Okay, this is the part that comes from the top side, from the two furnaces and in the chest. So all those items get dragged along here because we were using a hopper snake basically. So all the items get just continues the hopper down. It's like a automatic rail or something. It gets dragged along. So you don't have to worry when you, as soon as you drop it in, it automatically flows through this. It's like pipes basically, but it's basically building pipes. Okay, so what happens in the end is your items get dropped in here. I'll be explaining this whole section soon. Your items get dropped in and gets dropped into the chest. From the chest, your item continues with another pipeline. Yeah, I'm going to call it pipeline from now on. And then it starts at the folder. As you can see, this is a separate pipe from this side because this is going in that direction and this one is going in the other direction. The reason for this is because the pipes flow through to that side, turns around, and then come back, and does the same here. So I have the whole, it's a flowing system. Because you want the item to go through, and how it works is the following. You have this hopper. Okay. What happens is, as soon as this hopper, let me just do this. As soon as this hopper, as you can see, it has 41 dirt and currently in, and that has 41 iron ore. What happens is, if this hopper has, this is actually supposed to be 41 as well, I think. Oh yeah, that's something else happened previously. As I said, this is actually working, and just there's a flaw that I remembered I fixed a while back. Just forgot to put the items in. So let me just put those items in. As you can see, I put a stack of 64. So it's going to drop now to 41. Wait for it. 41. Okay, it's dropping lower than 41. So this one is actually broken. This is interesting. Open down to 3. This is interesting. It's because this is wait. I put a complete block of and that. That's why it didn't work completely. Because as you can see, it had 938, and with these amount, with that it made it 41. See, now it's 41. So what happens is, as soon as that is more than 41, okay, 41 powers when you use a comparator checks the item or block next to it and checks the amount of items that's in, and then determines and creates a signal from that. So one item makes one signal, 12 items make 2 signals, and in 42 makes, oh no, I'm not sure if it's 12 items, I'm not sure, but 42 makes 3 signals. Now how it works is the following. This is the reason why I'm using 2, not just 1, is because of overflow. You don't want it to overflow. Overflows meaning this one has enough items, this one doesn't, and then it activates this one by accident. If you use this method, it's overflow proof, meaning your one photo won't drain because another one is correct. So what happens is the following. Currently it has 41 in, so it powers 2 blocks of redstone. So what happens is, as soon as it turns 42, it starts powering the third one, and as soon as it powers the third one, this comparator here picks that up and it powers this redstone torch, or it turns off the redstone torch. Because we know how redstone torches work. As soon as they get power from another source, they turn off. So it turns this off, and meaning as soon as you turn that off, this photo starts to drain, because you fill this photo completely up with all the items that you have. So this photo starts to drain immediately. So currently, because it's activated, this filter is disabled. As soon as the filter gets a power source, it disables completely, it blocks it. So as I said, as soon as your new item drops in, let's say you dropped in a new item now, it gets to this side and it can see, okay, it only has space for cobblestone. I can't place anything else in here. I can only place another block of cobblestone. So another pot of cobblestone pops in. This thing, the comparator picks up that, hey, it's 42 items and not 41 anymore. So it turns on the redstone, which turns on a comparator, which turns off the redstone torch, which activates the filter one time. And as soon as the filter activates and it already drained that one block, it turns it back on again because it's enough now. So if you're going to have a lot of items, it's just going to filter completely through and drop to the bottom. So that's basically how a filter works. I have a lot of filters here set up because I said it works with the pipe system. So the pipe, as soon as I throw something in, like as I can see, I think this one is gold. Yeah, this one is gold. If I were to drop a gold ingot here now, it's going to flow through and it's going to come to this point. You can say, oh hey, I can't drop gold ingot in here because I can only drop a block of cobblestone, so it needs to skip it. And that's how it continues through the pipeline, and it skips until it gets to a point where, hey, I can put one in here and let's drop it in. This system only works with items that can be stacked, even items that can be stacked at 16 at a time. You just work it completely differently. This is a completely different system that you're working it on, but it still works. Everything works smoothly and fine. So you can use it in 16, but not something like pickaxes and swords won't be able to work. That's going to filter through, because as you can see, this is everything still filtered, and at the end you get the pipeline continues and it is dropped down to, this is where the section where it goes to all the extra stuff. So this is where your pickaxes and your all that jazz will go in, because the filter doesn't pick it up. So this is pretty much how the filter system works. No hassle or anything. It took me a while to set this all up. So yeah, this has been some effort, but it's done and completed it's scratched, it's working perfectly, so I'm happy, completely happy. Okay, so this section, before I'm going to do this section, I'm first going to go to the bottom. Oh yeah, this is where that other lever comes in, as powers this section here, as I said, but I'll be explaining that soon. Let me just go down to the bottom. So if you use the other side and you go down to the mineshaft, you also get to the same end, but you go via that route, which is still, as I said, also incomplete. But for now, this is the route I'm going to use because I'm going to explain you something now. Okay, this is also the minecart system, sorry, and I will be explaining that shortly. So what happens is the following: you are busy strip mining. Okay, you know what's, oh shit, I just posted, sorry. You're busy strip mining, going down, mining all your goodies, blah 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 blah. And then what happens is you get here and then you have the minecart that's going to be sticked away. You can let it stop wherever you want to. And then you have all the stuff you mine. Let's say, for example, I have, okay, no, we're not going to use that. Let's use a full stack of cobblestone. I just got a full stack of cobblestone. Oh, it's too much for me to handle. And then what you do is you put a cobblestone into the minecart. And then when you're done with your minecart, you said, okay, it's fine. You can send this stuff up to the top to go to the filter. And this is what the whole plan is. We want to send it to the top so it can get up to the filter. So what you do is you push the cart and it goes to that section there, as I said, for the setup previously. The whole point is, the reason why I didn't let the card go to the top is because I want the card to come back quickly, because if you find something new, you can just put it into the card again and then send it on its way. I don't want the card to go all the way to the top and then be sent back. I'd rather let it send the short distance and use a different card. So okay, you put your items in, you push the card goes along the rail, blah blah, it gets to the other side. Now what happens here is the following: the card stops because it has items in and is draining through and going into this card. So what this section does is it checks and see if this card has an item. This card has an item, it stopped. If it doesn't have an item, meaning it's completely drained, it continues with the line. This section checks to see if this card is empty, it stands still. If the card has an item in, it waits until the card is full and then it sends it, that you can see. And then this card goes to the top. So I'm going to need to follow this card to the top side now because it's full. The hopper is empty, goes to the top side. So what happens here is this, or you can see this clicking. I'm going to explain it now. It gets filtered through, so it gets sent all the way to this side. And then what happens here is the following: as you can see, it's just constantly draining. What happens is, okay, it's for some reason not on now. It's weird. I think there's something to do with this activating. I'm going to have to do a check soon. Okay, so what happens with this is it gets sent to the top side, and when it gets here, this is all dispensers. It dispenses it, and when it gets here, it gets dropped into the chest. And when it gets dropped into the chest, it goes through and it gets filtered again. So that's the whole idea of it. For now, for some reason, I don't know why, I don't know how, this isn't working as it should be. It should have been checking that there's 2 power now. I don't know why. Okay, but for some cases like this, if this isn't working completely, then we activate this lever that starts the filter. You can see it's filtering now. Yeah, it's filtered. Then I think it continued. No, it didn't do all the items. Okay, so I have to check again. This has been working. I don't know, I must have destroyed something or something. I'll be doing a check on this soon. Let's see here what happens if I can remove. Wait, yeah, cool. There it seems. That's weird. Pop this in there. Ah, there it is. Okay, so I think that the problem was because of this manual filter that I use, because in some cases, the reason why I have the filter is in some cases there is items that get stuck in here. It's usually just two or something. And then what I just do is I activate the filter so it can turn off that torch, and when it turns off that torch, the whole thing activates. So because I think because I placed that redstone there, it picked up that this is a signal, and it for some reason it overrided, so there's a problem there. So I should probably be doing a check. I think I should use a, so let's get this repeater instead. Let's see what happens when I place a repeater there. Okay, now that doesn't activate. Okay, which is good. I think that's actually what we want. But it's just that completely filter through. Okay, let's see if there's any items stuck in here. As I said, sometimes it's there. You can see 2 items stuck there. And this one is 2 items stuck. It happens sometimes, it's rare, and that's why you get the manual filter. If as soon as it gets a new item now, it's going to continue, it's going to push that out. But sometimes you just need to, as I said, filter the whole thing. So this is the filter. Let's see if it works. It works. Okay. So that added when I use the redstone, that override the system. So yeah, this is how this works. Your items get sent up, it goes in, and then it gets sorted. Which I love. It's perfect. It works well, especially if you're going to mine. You don't have to carry everything. You can just send it up to the top side. So this is the whole item room. I already showed you the extra items, and then this is just me going to the mine shaft. For some reason, I don't know why yet. Usually when I tested it previously, if I activate this, it sends the card from the bottom of the shaft back to the top. It doesn't work for some reason. I can activate it, and when I get to the bottom side, I can check and see if the rail is activated, and it's activated, meaning the power does get to that point, but it doesn't send the card. So I think it's because of the delay, because of the distance and stuff. This signal only gets sent onto a point, into where I render probably. So I'm probably going to need to do some adjustments on my RAM usage, which is fine. I have enough RAM, but currently I think I'm running it in 2 gigs of RAM. I don't want the game to use much RAM because I am doing stuff in the background, but I will soon be changing it to just use more RAM. So yeah, that usually works, but normally, as I'm going to do now, I'm just going to use manually override it, get a card. The idea is you put the card in, or when the card gets back to the top, you activate it, and then you start going to the bottom side. Goes all the way, photo, go faster, and you get to the bottom. You can see this is where the other card is that didn't activate, whereas when I activate that switch, it automatically sends me down here, or activates this rail actually. But only if I walk down here and I come and check if this rail is activated there, that rail is not going to be activated now, but if I do check it, it's usually it is activated. So I don't know how, why, but as I said, I think it's a RAM issue. But the idea of this is going to be closed. I don't know what I'm going to do here so far. Maybe I think I'm going to make my nether portal here, make a room, make my nether portal and that sort of things. And on this side, this is where my strip mine is going to be. It's going to go down until the end of the world, whatever, until I find it's enough. But yeah, this is going to be my mining system and the whole jazz around that. Shit, I pushed it again. I always by accident push it. Oh shit. I just Oopsie, I'm sorry. We are experiencing some technical difficulties. It's sorted now. Oh, what is this? Oh, okay, sorry. Oops. Yeah, I see now what the problem is. I've been playing some Final Fantasies today, so the theme song is actually quite stuck in my head. Okay. Into the top. Okay, cool. I am here. So, this is basically what I've done so far. My current projects I've been working on. I am a student, so I'm studying programming. So I haven't been doing much Minecrafting yet. Oh yeah, there's a door at the end. The reason why I left this door is because it goes down to a dungeon, and I would like to keep the dungeon there. So I'll probably change it into something, but I just left it as it is. As I said, I'm a student currently, so I didn't have enough time to work on it, and then I started thinking, hey, let's do a let's play, Minecraft let's play. So I'm going to be doing this, and I've got a lot of ideas, a lot of projects going to work on. For one, as example, the farm that I'm going to create. Then we want the slime farm and all the basic stuff you constantly see on YouTube. I will be doing that, making my own versions of everything. But for now, what the series is I'll see if I can put another video out somewhere this weekend. But my idea is I want to put out one video at least a weekend. I probably won't finish a project on that weekend, but I'll be working on a project, doing some editing. It probably won't be a complete video. I'll see what I'm going to do. But yeah, I'll try to start putting out videos constantly every week. I will be doing some other let's play videos. I want to do some Portal videos. I want to do some League of Legends videos. So I'll be doing that soon, somewhere in the near future. The League of Legends will mainly be with friends. People raging at me because I'm playing so badly. Yeah, I'm not a pro player in the game, as you can see. But yeah, thanks guys. Thank you for watching this. I will be soon back with starting some projects. Oh yeah, I need to build this house finally, at least. I will be back with some projects in the near future. And yeah, thank you for watching my first let's play video. I'll see you again next time. Cheers guys.